And we'll know soon how long a Northland man will be in prison for killing his wife.
The 3-year mystery of Shon Pernice's death suddenly ended yesterday in a Clay County courtroom. Lindsay Shively is in the newsroom with more. Lindsay, good morning.
Good morning. Shon Pernice will be sentenced in May for his shocking courtroom confession and changed plea of guilty to voluntary manslaughter. On January 2nd of 2009, he says he hit his wife Renee. She fell down the stairs and died. This happened at an emergency hearing just a week before Shon Pernice was set to begin trial for murder. This was supposed to be a hearing about whether or not GPS evidence could be allowed at that trial. Renee Pernice will never see a proper burial. Prosecutor Dan White believes Shon Pernice threw his wife's body in a dumpster. His team did attempt a recovery, but then realized it was nearly impossible.
Went to the dump and basically was told it would be about 10 or 11 acres, about 20 feet deep, which would be an impossible feat.
His intent at the time was not to kill her, but in the heat of the moment, he hit her hard enough and in a way that he knew could seriously harm her.
Prosecutor Dan White also says we should learn more about what happened in the days surrounding Renee's death during that sentencing coming up in May. Renee Pernice had started divorce proceedings when she vanished. The 35-year-old nurse had 2 sons and a stepdaughter. Shon Pernice was a firefighter in Independence. He had also served in the National Guard and with the Army in Iraq. From the newsroom, Lindsay Shively, 41 Action News Today.
All right. Thank you, Lindsay. And Renee Pernice's parents say Shon Pernice's confession is something they've known all along. Renee's mother, Linda Lockwood, and her father, Rick Pretz, embraced family members yesterday shortly after the plea deal was announced. They say the news brings mixed emotions.
The tears come from the sadness that I feel to know that my daughter was murdered. The happiness comes from knowing that he has admitted it.
Renee Pernice's father thanked the efforts of both the Clay County prosecution team and the Kansas, Missouri Police Department. A former Kansas City man tells 41 Action News he saw Shon Pernice throw something in a dumpster 3 years ago. Floyd Williams says he reported it to police at the time and they interviewed him. We spoke to Williams on the phone.
I see him on TV as Shon Pernice, the guy that's his wife's missing, and I'm going, oh my God, he was dumping in our dumpster.
Williams now lives in New Orleans, but was ready to come back to the area to testify for the prosecution. He even sent us photos of a letter sent to his employer by the prosecution to excuse him from work.
Now, in July of 2009, Clay County prosecutors charged Shon Pernice with stealing a gun from his neighbor's home and then allegedly threatening a witness. Clay County prosecutors Dan White tells us that the gun charge will be dismissed as part of a plea agreement. Once again, a quick recap of this story here for you. Shon Pernice has pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter, in the death of his wife Renee. His murder trial was expected to start next week. Clay County prosecutors say they've been negotiating a plea deal with Shon for the past couple of days. Prosecutors believe Pernice dumped his wife's body in a dumpster and it will never be found. Pernice will be sentenced on May 11th, and we've been following this case since the beginning, so you can catch up, read all of the stories, hear the interviews on KSHB.com.